So we'll go into our council meeting, please. I know how to clear a room, eh? Yeah. Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, Brett.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Somebody should have adoption of the agenda.
So moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Atkinson. Resolved that the agenda be adopted as presented.
Question, all those in favor? It's carried. Confirmation of the minutes.
And that's myself, moved by myself, seconded by Councillor Atkinson. Resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting and the committee of a whole of April 8th, 2019 be hereby approved. All statutory declarations have been complied with.
Question, all those in favor? It's carried. Excuse me, committee of the whole. Oh, did I miss citizens period? I did so. Citizens period. Everybody left. Okay. Boy, this is going to be short. Wow. Resolutions. AMM resolution firefighting protection.
Resolution number 2019073, moved by Councillor Atkinson, seconded by Councillor Lane. Whereas most Manitoba municipalities have a volunteer fire department to provide fire services in their respective municipalities, and whereas under the Manitoba Fires Prevention and Emergency Response Act of Manitoba, there is limited protection from liability as it relates to volunteer firefighters being exempt from action or proceeding while performing their duties. And whereas the Fire Prevention and Emergency Response Act states that no action or proceeding may be brought against the fire commissioner, a designate, or any other person acting under the authority of the Act for anything done or not done, or for any neglect in the performance or intended performance of a duty under this Act, or regulation, or in the exercise or intended exercise of a power under this Act of legislation. And whereas the wording in legislation is not firm enough to address the issue of volunteer firefighters being individually named in proceedings while carrying out their duties for the municipality. And whereas naming of individual volunteer members in litigation as a result of duties performed will most certainly have a negative impact on volunteers wanting to continue providing these volunteer services. And whereas the Province of Saskatchewan Fire Safety Act is very specific in detail as it relates to immunity from liability of firefighters and volunteers. Therefore, be it resolved that AMM lobby the provincial government to make changes to the Fire Prevention and Emergency Response Act, which would provide immunity from liability for firefighters and volunteers performing duties on behalf of Manitoba communities when providing fire services. Be it further resolved that the changes also include action or proceedings against a local authority for any loss, injury, or damage suffered by reason of anything in good faith done, caused, permitted, or authorized to be done while performing fire protection services.
Well done. Any questions? All those in favor? It's carried.
We've already had 2 municipalities wanting copies of that because they want to support it.
Good. This is in a direct result of the situation that we find ourselves in with the people who are suing us, and to try and correct an unjust situation. Payroll and accounts.
Moved by myself, second by Councillor Atkinson. Be resolved that council authorize the following accounts. Pay period 7 in the amount of $102,632.25. General checks number 22629 to 22673 and 22675 to 22697, the amount of $164,958.84. EFTS in the amount of $110,635.34.
Everyone can vote. Question, all those in favor? It's carried. Counts in conflict.
Moved by myself, second by Councillor Atkinson. Be resolved that council authorize the following account. General check number 22674 in the amount of $2,677.07.
Question, all those in favor?
I don't think they carry it.
No, carries abstained.
You can pass the motion to get it on the table, but you
Yeah.
can't vote.
That's good, I'm sorry. 2019 financial plan extension request.
Motion passed by myself, seconded by Councillor Murphy. Resolved that council request extension of time with the Minister of Finance to submit of the 2019 financial plan to May 31st, 2018, in accordance with Section 162.5 of the Municipal Act.
For those that may be curious or wondering why we're asking for an extension, passing a municipal budget is a daunting task. Passing your very first municipal budget is an even bigger task. Just to ask for only a minor 2-week extension is very well done by this group. So question, all those in favor, is carried. Committee reports, Museum Board.
Everyone should have gotten our copy of the minutes. We'll just go through a few highlights. One being a booklet of the memoir of Neil McPhee has been accepted into the museum's permanent collection. As well, if you look through the minutes, there was a resolution that the CFO wanted to be rescinded that was put forth by the museum board, and that was regarding having our curator being able to look at the balance of the account at the bank. But in talking to the CFO, and I did bring this information back to the museum board, that having access to that information can lead to more access. Of course, not that this person is going to do that, but in terms of the security of the system, it's best that she not, because all this information can actually and will be provided by the CFO when needed. So brought that information forth. Everyone seemed to be okay with that, and as well, I asked the CFO to attend the next museum meeting if it's possible for the next one, or if not, the next one following, which he said he had no problem attending, just to make sure he's answering all the questions. As well, during the recent investors tour to the town, the museum was one of the spots that they toured, and I heard a lot of positive information about that. And we also had a special meeting regarding the recent audit on the museum, which again, there was no issues at all. I was just kind of highlighting some things in the audit, and everything looks fine. And I believe that was also attached within the minutes.
Thank you. Chamber of Commerce.
Well, the Economic Development Tour that was hosted by the Manitoba Chamber of Commerce took place last week. It was 2 full days of events and showcasing of the community, and the ag community and Opaskwayak went on. The Manitoba Chamber of Commerce AGM is up and coming. I believe 2 people are attending with that. Trade show's almost here. Mother's Day long weekend in May. Partnerships is huge on the Chamber's agenda right now. And with that partnership, there was a press release that was issued last week in regards to the downtown revitalization project that the Chamber's partnered with the Paw Community Renewal Corps. And in the end, at the end of May, there is also going to be a community cleanup. Chamber's busy. Lots of positives.
The Economic Development Tour was very well done, and compliments and kudos to the organizers. Sustainable Forest, no meetings. Citizens on Patrol, Councillor Zelinski's not here. CDC, there's been some discussions, and it's on the agenda again tonight, so there'll be more to come on that. Destination Marketing,
I guess just a quick update. We did have a meeting this morning, or today at lunchtime. There's 2 grants on the table. We didn't actually get that far. We have a big agenda right now. I guess the big thing is we're reviewing the process and really trying to become, look at how we can be a lot more effective in the community and meeting the intent of the agreement. So more to come, and we're meeting again on Monday.
thank you. Coalition, nothing, no meetings. Smart Cities, Councillor Zelinski is away. Recycling Board,
No meetings.
no meetings. Larry's away for TPCRC. Library Board, Larry's away. I know there was a scan meeting he attended, so next time, hopefully. Kelsey Planning District, nothing on that one.
I do have something that I'd like to announce that it has to do with Highway 283, or west of the Paw. The Saskatchewan government and the federal government are both going to put in $12.5 million for a total of $25 million for the improvements of 50 kilometers of the eastern portion of Highway 55 in Saskatchewan, which connects to Highway 283 going to the Paw. So it's big words, good money to be done. So.
Great. Kelsey School Division Committee.
Yeah, we've had a couple of meetings now. I think myself, Councillor Atkinson, and Councillor Forster. Our last meeting, it was myself and Councillor Atkinson there. Again, a good working group, and I think there's good cooperation there to look for solutions. And that's kind of where we're at today. We do understand the issues that everybody's having there, and KSD is actually looking to get some professional help to see what can be done to fix that problem in the long run. And a thanks to Chris and Sam for providing all the information that we needed to share there. So it's been good.
Thank you.
Look forward to meeting with them again.
I believe that's it for committee reports. We have no unfinished business, no general business. We still have some citizens. Nothing from the citizens. There's nothing for committee of the whole, so I guess motion to adjourn by Councillor Murphy.